Hey, is Russian really easy? Or it's just another clickbait video on YouTube? No worries. With the right approach, Russian is actually easy. So, stick with me and soon you'll see how easy learning Russian can be. I'm Olga, by the way, a native Russian speaker and the creator of the Russian for Fun channel, where we learn Russian from scratch, step by step, without complicated grammar rules, endless list of words to memorize, weird terms like accusative case, or awkward, boring language from dull textbooks. Alright, before we dive into our first Russian language lesson, I just wanna say, right now I'm working on more videos like this to create a complete, systematic Russian course for absolute beginners, where each lesson will build on the previous one. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on these lessons. But wait a sec, it's not just the complete beginners who will find these lessons helpful. Intermediate and even more advanced learners will come across some cool stuff here because of the cultural aspects I cover, since they go hand in hand with the language. Anyway, enough talk. Let's get down to Russian. The first Russian letter, and also a word you probably want to know, is ya. Once again, ya. Yeah, I know, ya might look a little weird. But if the letter ya looked at itself in the mirror, ya would see the English letter R. Just look, the Russian letter ya looks exactly like the capital English letter R. Ya is not only a letter. As I mentioned, it's also a word. Like, for instance, in English, the letter I is also a word. And in the same way, the letter ya is also the word ya. And guess what? Ya means I. But unlike the English word I, which is always written with a capital letter, the Russian word ya is always in lowercase. The only exception is when ya is at the beginning of a sentence, since even in Russian, sentences are always capitalized. And by the way, a quick culture note about the word ya. There's a saying in Russian, ya is the last letter of the alphabet. And it's true. Ya is the last letter of the Russian alphabet. But of course, this phrase is used in a figurative sense. In English, this saying would probably sound like, I am the last letter of the alphabet. Humiliating, right? It literally means you are not important. This saying was born in the Soviet period when individualism was shamed. In a famous Soviet song, they sang, "First think about your motherland and then about yourself." And you know what? The ironic thing is, before the Soviet era, a different letter represented the word ya, and it was the first one in the alphabet. Too bad, but right now, this phrase is still widely used, and every kid in Russia has heard it at school or home many times for sure. Okay, now that we've learned everything, about one Russian letter, which is ya, let's move on to the whole phrase. In English, this phrase sounds like I'm eating or just I eat. In Russian, we don't make a difference between these two phrases. No matter if you want to say I eat or I'm eating. In Russian, it's the same phrase. And listen to this. To say this phrase in Russian, we just need two more letters. Because the first one we already know, and it's the letter ya, which is also the word ya. So let's move on to the next two Russian letters. It's going to be easy, I promise. The letter M. M. Sounds familiar, right? Yeah, you have the same letter in the English alphabet. The Russian letter M looks exactly like the English letter M. But the Russian lowercase letter m is written exactly like the capital letter M. By the way, I forgot to mention that the small letter ya looks exactly like the big one. Very well. All that's left is to learn the last letter for our phrase I eat or I'm eating. The letter ye. The letter ye looks like the English letter E. The big and the small one. One more time. The letter ye. And again. Yeah.
Yay!
Good job. All right. Let's take a step further and learn the first Russian phrase. Я ем. One more time. Я ем. And again, more slowly. Я ем. Я ем. Я ем. This phrase consists of two words. The first one you already know. It's the Russian word I, ya. And the second word is ем, which means literally I'm eating or I eat. In fact, you can say just ем instead of я ем. You can say just ем. For example, when replying to the question, what are you doing? Ем. Ем will be a correct answer in this case. With this answer, you don't sound like a robot from a textbook. And now it's time to practice our Russian pronunciation. Are you ready? Then let's begin. Repeat after me. Я. 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 Е. 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 М. 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 Ем. 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 Я ем. Я ем. Я ем. Я ем. You are doing amazing. Keep it up. Well, our first Russian language lesson is coming to an end now. But before we wrap up, let's make sure that you remember what we've learned today. Which one is the letter Ya? Great job! This one is the letter Ya. Don't worry if you don't remember a letter, a word, or a phrase. In the next lessons, there'll be lots of repetition, so you'll gradually remember everything. And now, where's the letter M? Excellent! Here's the letter M. And now, our last letter. Do you remember its name? We didn't spend too much time on this letter. Just let me know if you remember it. You can pause the video now and drop the comment. The letter Yeah. And again, Yeah.
Yay!
In the next lesson, we'll work with the letter Yeah some more. Now, let's recall our 2 words and a phrase. Can you read this word? Well done! This is the word Yeah. Do you remember what it means? Bravo! It means I or even I am. And now our second word. Can you read it? Awesome! This is the word yam. Can you recall the meaning? Fantastic! Yam means I'm eating or I eat. Nice! The remaining part is our first Russian phrase. Can you read it? Perfect! Я ем. Can you translate this phrase to English? I'm proud of you. Я ем means I'm eating or I eat. You are doing great job. All right. Now we've covered everything that was in the lesson. Keep moving, and soon you'll see great results. Want more lessons like this? Hit subscribe button, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I'll be happy to help you. That's it for today. See you in the next one. Bye!